God blessed me greatly when He gave me the gift of Anita, or, well, jury's still out on whether it was a gift that she got from God when she got me. But anyway, thank you. You're a great partner, a fabulous mother. And Joe, like you, does not mind telling me when we step off in the wrong direction. So it's good to have partners who not only we trust, but that have good judgment, that have had life's experiences that allow them to distill into our thought process another point of view that sometimes we don't particularly want to hear or to realize that there is another point of view, but it is important. And as we go through the process of, you think about what Abigail Adams was talking about, and back in the early part of the late part of the 18th century, and the idea that where this country has come. We were just talking with Secretary Salazar a few moments ago, and how just since the mid-1960s, what has occurred in the state of Texas. Ann and I were talking about TWU was all females prior, was it 1970? Texas A&M was all male prior to, thank God for TWUs, all I can say. Prior to 1964, it was all male. And those two universities, how they've grown and really been the personification of what change can and should be all about. And, having the female members of the Texas legislature and increasing the numbers of those members of the legislature, having that point of view, having them getting involved, making changes happen that without them would not have happened. Anita, you serving as the First Lady of this state, on the Governor's Commission for Women, and having the members of the Senate that are here today, the members of the House, a Secretary of State, justices on our Supreme Court. Women continue to improve the lives of all Texans every day, and for that, the people of this state will be forever grateful to you. You know, when John Connally started, when John Connally formed the Governor's Commission for Women back in 1967, just as we said, it's kind of a different place. There was lots of possibilities, but the fact of the matter is, we were still pretty tied down to some of the traditions of the past. And today, thanks to a substantial number of pioneers, some of which sit in this room, who flew in the face of stereotypes, a girl born in Texas knows in her heart that the only limits that are placed upon her are the size of her dreams. So Juliet, what you can dream, it can happen. You know, personally, I hope those dreams come in maroon and white. You know, as a state and as a nation, we've come a long way towards the spirit of John Connally's vision, but everyone still knows we've got a piece to go. To that end, I commend the Commission, Carol, for the efforts that you all are making in advancing the teaching of science, technology, engineering, and math. Those STEM subjects are not only very key to lifelong pursuits and the success of Texas women, they're key to the success of our state. And I know I'm a little biased about this, but as Texas goes, so goes this nation. When it comes to the jobs of the future, our daughters won't be competing against the best from the next school district over. They'll be competing against the best in the world. They'll be competing against the best and the brightest from Tokyo and Istanbul and London. And you can bet those other girls are going to be bringing their A game, making sure Texas girls have the opportunity to earn an education in those STEM subjects, meaning they'll have the opportunity to earn the jobs, which makes, again, for a stronger Texas. A strong Texas means strong jobs, and we need to maintain those sound policies that have helped Texas employers create more jobs, as you mentioned, Janine, than any other state in the nation. Mr. Speaker, I want to say thank you for being that committed, disciplined individual when it comes to sending the message that there's nothing more important in this state than creating the climate where our entrepreneurs know that if they risk their capital, they can have a good chance to have a return on that investment. That's the most important thing we do, because if you don't do that first, then you can't have the resources to pay the teachers or pay the police officers that protect our safety or build the transportation infrastructure or the safety net of health care. Strong jobs means better lives for all Texans. Therefore, we have to remain true to those simple conservative values that have kept the Texas economy as a national leader, and I keep it, being an animal science major from the beloved Texas A&M, David, I always try to keep it simple. Don't spend all the money. It's simple, but it's straightforward. You know, when it comes to having jobs, to be able to take care of families, then it really gets down to the home. And when we think about strong homes, some of the strongest I know belong to families whose who support members of the military. And it's not just a Texas thing, but all across this country. There are military families who have divided families, because there are brave men and women in those families who have chosen to run to the sound of the guns when their country is called. And it really takes a special type of strength to hold those families together in the face of those extended absences. Those all too infrequent phone calls, the missed birthdays, the missed holidays, the stress of knowing that your loved one is in harm's way. It is our obligation to do everything that we can as a people, as a state, as a country, to ease the burden on our military families. That is an obligation that this state will keep. So whether you're a woman serving in a military zone, whether you're holding your family together at home, whether you're volunteering for a cause that you are deeply passionate about, or creating jobs as an entrepreneur in this state, you are essential to the Lone Star State. And I commend everyone here for the hard work that you put in, freeing every Texan to contribute the best that he or she has for this state, to keep our state the best place, Janine, as you reminded people, to live, to work, and to raise a family. So God bless you, and through you, may God continue to bless the great state of Texas.